Polygel nails are on the rave right now, you guys. And if you don't know what polygel is, I'm about to show you. Polygel nails are a hybrid mix of acrylic and gel. They are amazing. They're super easy to do. It does take a couple of times to practice, just like anything, but I'm going to show you guys how I achieve my polygel nails and also how I add a little extra to them. I also incorporate a little dip powder. I add some stones to them. So if you are interested in this nail tutorial, please keep on watching. We'll be using this kit from Macart. It comes with everything you need. I got it from Amazon. I will link it down below. So it comes with the forms, a base coat. It comes with some solution, but if you don't want to use the solution, alcohol is the exact same thing, and that's actually what I use. It comes with a brush that you will need to apply the polygel with, and then you also get 3 shades of polygel: dark pink, light pink, and then a clear. And it also comes with a little light to cure the polygel. So really quick, I'm going to show you how I prep my nails before I put the polygel on. I push back my cuticles. After I do that, I get my drill, and it's just got the mandrel. It's a fine bit on it. It's a Melody Susie drill. I will link that down below if you need a good drill. If you don't have this, you can file, no worries. But I had a little bit of residue left on my nails, so the drill just takes it off so much faster and easier. It also allows me to really get in that cuticle and remove that. I'm going to show you one other bit that I have to use because I found that it solves all my lifting problems when I do a good cuticle prep. This bit right here really scrapes off any dead skin that is laying on the nail surface that you may not be able to see. So as you see right here, everything that's like coming off my nail right there was just dead skin laying on the nail. You definitely want to get rid of all of that to ensure your polygel nails or any nails that you're doing will last a long time. So now here's the time where we take those forms out of the bag. You look at the sizes, the number will go on the end. Make sure you pick a form that covers from sidewall to sidewall. Do not pick one that's too small. Now here is a shot of that polygel. It's very thick, so you really got to squeeze when you get it out of the tube. Some people use that spatula on the end of that brush. I do not. And I'm also going to wait and not put my base coat on my nail till after I form the polygel. So I'm just going to give it a good squeeze, start at the cuticle area of that tip and work my way down to your desired length. I like mine kind of medium length. So afterwards, you're just going to get that brush, dip it in some alcohol, and continue to just press that polygel to form all throughout the inside of that form. Really make sure you get it up towards the edges, and then you can kind of start pressing it down towards the tip area. You want the tip to be a little bit more thicker than around the cuticle area. You really don't want to flood the cuticle with a lot of that polygel. So this is going to take some practice. It definitely took me several times before I got the hang of it, but once I did get the hang of it, you guys, I was super fast. So here I'm just showing you a problem that sometimes happened to me when I first got started. Do you see how it's very like sheer right there around the edge? That means there's not enough polygel. So I squeezed out just a little bit more just to add in those areas. I think that was my #1 problem starting out, just not adding enough polygel at first because I was afraid to waste the product. The tubes are a little small, but you do need a good little bit to get the coverage you want. So after you get it formed, you apply that base coat to your nail. I do this because I don't want my nail to be all sticky and touch something as I'm, putting the polygel in the form. So I just wait. I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds in the light. The light does not have a timer, so you might have to use your phone. And then I apply that form on top of my nail. I don't push it down super hard because then all that polygel might squeeze out. If that does happen to you, don't freak out. You can just take your brush, dip it in a little alcohol. I'll show you right here where I had just a little bit coming out of that cuticle, and you can just simply wipe it off. So after I do that, I'm going to do just a quick flash cure, which means I'm just going to hold it over there just for a couple of seconds because this stuff hardens quick, you guys. And then I take it off just to make sure it's nice and straight, and it was. So once I knew that I was not going to have any problems, I just put it back over the nail and finished curing it for 90 seconds. This is sometimes easier if you do have a bigger light. You can flash cure it just so it won't move around with the little light that the kit came with. But if you have another LED UV light, so you can stick it in there, and it's a lot easier. So once it's cured, all you got to do is wiggle that form back and forth, and it should just peel right off. Sometimes you got to wiggle it just a little bit, so don't freak out. It's not going to get stuck. And if you have some excess up there where the polygel just kind of smeared down, again, don't freak out. You can trim that off as I'm about to do. I do take some alcohol and rub underneath the polygel because it's very sticky. And then I proceed to just trim to my desired length. And I'm going to show you just a really quick clip on how I like to shape my nails. They are easy if you don't make them too thick to use clippers and the nail clippers, trimmers, whatever they're called. I like mine coffin shaped, so I pinch the sides off with the clippers and then I will just get my nail file. Everything should be nice and solid by now. Of course, normally I don't file each nail one by one. I generally just go ahead and proceed to the next nail, put the form on, take it off, make sure it's not sticky, and then I do my whole hand. But just for video purposes, I'm going to show you just me doing 2 nails. These are the most smoothest nails you will ever have. Polygel nails are so nice. If you are someone who has trouble filing, getting that perfect apex, that shape, then definitely give Polygel a go, because just getting that perfect shape is pretty easy when you work with these forms. So I'm going to let you finish watching how we do this one more time, and then I will proceed to show you how I use my dip powders just to give the Polygel a different look. Again, I only have these Polygels in a few colors, so if I want different colors, that's when I incorporate my dip powders. So after you've completed that step, all it's left is to file, and if you just want to put a top coat on, if you love this pink shade, that's all you have to do. So sometimes I hand file, but I just decided to use my very fine mandrel bit. You don't want to use any coarse bits with Polygel. They're very easy to file, like I said, because they're already so smooth. So I just very lightly roughed up the top of the surface since I was going in with dip powder. This is a beautiful shade from Revel called Margo. It will give your nails the prettiest sparkle you've ever seen. I will list all the products that I'm using down below in the description box with links. Really quick, I just wanted to show you that if you have some gel polish like this bottle I'm showing you, you can definitely apply that over the Polygel as well. But today I'm doing dip powder, so we're going to proceed with that method. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you already know what dip nails are, so you just apply the base. And then some people like to dip their nail in the powder. I never like to dip. I just use my cupcake liner and pour over. I just feel like it's a smoother application. You don't get any little ridges or bumps when you dip the nail in. And if you have longer nails, sometimes the bottles aren't as big for you to actually dip the full nail in. So just pouring over has always been my go-to. So I left one nail blank and there's the rest covered. Now we're going to activate. This is going to make them harden, make them easy to file. You cannot go in with filing and finishing until you activate. Again, most of you know how to do dip powders if you're already watching this video. I'm just going to reshape just a little bit, and then afterwards I'm going to slide my lamp over. This is my Sun UV. I absolutely love this light. It'll be linked down below. I could not find my Macart top coat, so I just grabbed this one from Model 1s. And I'm just going to apply that on all my fingers, cure it in the lamp for 90 seconds. And now you have a beautiful set of glitter Polygel nails. Now, if you want to go one step further, one little extra step, I love stones, you guys. So I'm going to apply just some cuticle crystals. This is some rhinestone UV LED adhesive from Macart. I love this stuff. I just put a little bit on the cuticle area. Smooth it out with a brush because that stuff is pretty thick, and then after I just have it lightly smoothed over the nail, you don't have to drag it all the way to the top, then I get my top coat and I apply over it. I've never understood this process. I've just watched experts do it and it just adheres the stones perfectly. So just apply the top coat over that. It's not going to contaminate your top coat bottle. It just slides right over, super easy. And then with my crystal, curtonic, whatever these things are called, I've never been able to say it right, my wax pen, my crystal picker-upper, I'm just picking those crystals up and applying them to the cuticle area. And then I'm also going to stick that back in the light for 90 seconds. And then boom, we are all finished, you guys. I'm showing you in different lighting how gorgeous this set came out. I'm obsessed. I'm actually going to wear these for a while. Usually I change my manis up every week, but I'm obsessed with this, so it's going to stay on for a while. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something. Since my comments are deactivated on YouTube, you can follow me on Instagram. Shoot me a message if you have any questions about Polygel or where I got stuff if you can't find the links. But again, everything will be linked down below. Please check out my other videos, subscribe and like, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.